Here is the last dimensional analysis word problem from the worksheet. And it asks, how many centimeters is it from here to New York City if it is 22 miles? There are 5,280 feet per mile, 12 inches in a foot, and 2.54 centimeters per inch. So in the end, what are we trying to find? We want to know how many centimeters. So the unit we're looking for in the end is centimeters. Centimeters. So the next thing I need to do is just go through and set it up. And I'm starting with, so this we can kind of do more traditionally in the sense of our 5-step method. So if you think about step number 1 and I want to know what I'm starting with. I'm starting with miles. And I want, step number 2, I want to get to centimeters. Step number 3, I'm coming up with all my conversion factors, which if you read the problem are just right in there. It tells me there are 5,280 feet per mile. So that's one conversion factor. Ooh, let's try that again. And then I know that there are 12 inches in a foot. That's another conversion factor. And then it tells me there are 2.54 centimeters per inch. Okay? So then I just have to write those all as ratios. And I don't want to highlight anymore. So the first one we have is 5,280 feet over a mile. Then I have 12 inches. Oops, let's spell that right. Per foot. Then I have 2.54 centimeters per inch. All right, and then all I need to figure out next in step number 4, that's going to restart numbering. Let's see if we can get it to do the right way. You're going to see this. Isn't this exciting? Continue previous list. There we go. All right, number 4. So now I have to figure out how to organize these. And since I know I'm starting with miles, the first thing I want to make sure is that my miles are going to cross out. So, and I'm not only starting with miles, I'm starting with 22 miles. So that's where I know I am first. And if you want, you can put that over 1 if it helps you, but you don't have to. And then let's see, what do I have next? I need to get rid of miles. So in order to get rid of miles on the top there, because remember in the end I want to get to centimeters, I need my miles to cancel out. So I need to pick the conversion factor that has miles in the denominator, which is actually going to be my first one written as is. So I'm going to have 5,280 feet per mile. And once again, my miles are opposite each other, so they are going to cross out. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Now I need to get rid of my feet. So then I need to look up at step number 3 and see which conversion factor has feet in it. And specifically, we need the feet to cancel out, so we need the feet symbol, or the unit for feet, to be in the bottom. So we'll cancel out with the feet. That was the bell, in the numerator of the conversion factor we're looking at right now. And look at this. We have 12 inches per foot with foot in the denominator. So we just have to write 12 inches per foot. Oops, don't want to continue that. And now our feet are opposite each other, the units for feet, and so those will cancel out with one another. And now we're left with inches. And we have inches in this case right here. We have inches in our numerator, so we need to multiply it by a conversion factor, and we want inches to be in the denominator of that conversion factor. And would you look here, there's our last conversion factor we haven't used yet, and inches is in the denominator. So all we need to do is come down here now and multiply by 2.54 centimeters per inch. And look at that. I have inches on the top up here and inches on the bottom down here, and so they will indeed cancel out. Isn't that so pretty? And look, everything has canceled out but centimeters, and lo and behold, that is what I want in the end, are centimeters. So everything should be how we want it. Then all we have to do is do the math. And let's see if it lets me do that. And it's gonna keep it highlighted. That's okay. So when we do that, we have 22 times 5,280 times 12 times 2.54. And we get a really silly kind of number, but that's okay. 3,540,556.8, assuming I did my math correctly, centimeters. So let's put our commas in there to help make it easier to read. So that gives us 3,540,556.8 centimeters. And that is how many centimeters it is from NA to New York City, approximately. Hope that helped.